welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Christy, and if you're already a friend of mine, welcome back. So this is another episode of my meal plan and grocery haul, and it's actually Saturday, and I have just finalized my meal plan. You guys who watch me on a regular basis know that I usually try and finalize my meal plan by Thursday, but this week has just been crazy. So I'm sitting here doing some last minute things. I couldn't decide on one of the chicken recipes. I actually was toying between pickle brine chicken and cheesy chimichangas. So for this week, I chose the brine chicken, or the pickle brine chicken. And I think next week I will do the chimichangas. I love that cookbook, and I've not been cooking a lot of the recipes the last couple weeks, so I need to get back to that. So I got my scribble paper and different things that I have put together, and so now I think I've got it down on paper, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to have this week. And look at that. See, that's why I need Mary B. Thank you for the suggestion on the erasable pens. I am definitely going to look into them. I actually looked them up after you had mentioned them, and they're really cheap. I think they're like $9 for a big package of them at Walmart. So I'm definitely going to get those. I usually try and do this in pencil, but sometimes I just grab a pen and start doing it. So it's a wonder that's the only one that I changed. So thank you, Mary B. I appreciate that. So for this week, everybody knows my snacks pretty much stay the same. My yogurt is, I actually went back to the 2-point yogurt. I was getting the yogurt from Aldi, which is 3 points, but I went back to the yogurt from Dannon, the Dannon yogurt, which is 2 points for the Dannon Greek. And then sugar-free pudding, I use the snack pack chocolate pudding. We usually have one of those almost every night. Those are 2, fruit is 0, and then of course my Snack Factory pretzels with the queso dip from Aldi. That's a 4-point snack, and I pretty much always have those. So for this week for breakfast, I am going to do breakfast bowls. My breakfast bowls are different every time that I do them, and I'm not quite sure. I think for this week I may do eggs, Ore-Ida potatoes, the O'Brien potatoes, because I believe I still have another bag of O'Brien potatoes from the last time when I bought a couple. And then I'll probably put in some chicken sausage or something like that. So I always do my breakfast bowls different, and each time the points usually come out to about 4 or 5. So always try and keep my breakfast and my lunch about 4 or 5 points. So planning on that, and those will be for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I will plan on my cereal, which is Fiber One with unsweetened vanilla almond milk and a banana. And for some reason this week, I enjoyed my cereal so much. It tasted so good to me. And then my coffee is 2. I have 2 cups of coffee. I use Great Value non-dairy creamer and 2 packets of Splenda sweetener. For lunch this week, I'm going to do a turkey kielbasa skillet, and it's going to basically probably have turkey kielbasa, rice, and a bunch of vegetables, and I'm just not sure exactly how I'm going to make it yet. There was a recipe, where did I find this from? It was actually Hillshire Farm had a recipe for easy smoked sausage skillet. That's what I'm going to base it on, but you guys know me, I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to do it different. And then let's see, that's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, I try not to, when I do my meal prep, I don't do more than 3 or 4 days at a time, because it's just not good after that. So I'm just going to do probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I think I am going to do chicken salad. I had that down for one day last week, but I didn't end up doing it because I wanted grapes in my chicken salad. Okay, so for dinners this week, I am going to do my air fryer salmon. You guys are going to realize that I pretty much do the salmon every week on Mondays, for the most part, probably at least every other week. That's just something we've always done and something we really look forward to. And that air fryer salmon recipe, oh my gosh, we just can't get enough of that right now. We're just on a kick with it. So that's 3 points. And I think that's the one that I just did the cook with me for. So if it is, I'll put a card up above here so you can see what that's all about. But oh my gosh, we just love that recipe. And then I just do it with rice for 3 points and broccoli. And I'm going to put 1 point for the broccoli because I'm going to use the Eat Smart broccoli, which says it has a point in it. I think it has some added sugar in it. That's why. And I usually sometimes add just a touch of olive oil too. So Tuesday, I think we're going to do marinated grilled pork chops with baked potatoes and corn. And I think I'm estimating 5 points for the baked potato because I'm not sure what I'm going to put on it yet. So that's an estimate. And the pork chops will be 5 points. Basically, all we do is marinate them in Olive Garden light dressing. The Olive Garden light Italian dressing, that's what we use. We just love that dressing. So we use that to marinate those. We also use that dressing for our salads, and we use that dressing for, like, if I ever make a pasta salad to bring somewhere, that's what I use for the dressing in that, is that dressing. And then Wednesday night, I'm going to try the air fryer pickle brine chicken. And again, that is from the Skinny Taste Air Fryer Cookbook. And if anybody is interested in this cookbook, I do have it down in the links, in my Amazon links down below. And it's a wonderful, wonderful cookbook. There's so many different recipes in there. And I have a couple that I've done, and the apple stuffed pork chops were probably my favorite, even though that sounds the most, to me, that sounds gross, but those were so good. All right, anyway, I'm getting off track today. Okay, so, and then I'm going to probably just do some mashed potatoes, just some simple mashed potatoes for 3 points, and then green beans for 0. Thursday night, I'm going to do breakfast for dinner. We have been craving breakfast for dinner, and you know what? I just realized Wednesday night I don't normally have potatoes or rice or anything because Thursday's my weigh-in, but oh well, that's okay. I'll probably still have it. So Thursday, breakfast for dinner. We have been craving breakfast for dinner lately, so I just put estimate of 8 points because I'm not going to really know what we're going to have until the night I actually make it. I won't be prepping that because you can't really prep breakfast for dinner. So sometimes I will, basically what I'll do is maybe like an omelet with vegetables and maybe a can of white potatoes, or maybe some bacon with it, or I might throw some Kodiak cakes in the little Dash mini waffle maker. So I don't know for sure what I'm having. So I just estimated at 8. The good thing is Thursday is my weigh-in. So if I need to dip into my weeklies that night, maybe I want to have a really big breakfast, then I can do that. So, and then Friday, I might just go ahead and do the air fryer fish and fries. Again, Friday nights are always up in the air. That's why I don't prep that one, because I kind of just throw something together in mind, but Friday nights can change a lot. And the same with Saturday and Sunday. You guys know I do not plan my Saturday and Sunday until closer to the weekend. Usually about Friday we get an idea of what we're maybe going to be having. So for instance, today I think we may do steaks, either steaks or quesadillas. We haven't quite decided yet. And then tomorrow I usually will throw something in the crock pot, or my husband will cook on the grill on Sundays since I do my meal prep, because I don't like to cook when I do my meal prep. So that's my plan for this week. I feel like I was a little bit long-winded today, but I'll show everybody what I got. We actually did a Sam's Club haul this week, and then I'm also going to be doing Publix and Aldi. And I actually have not ordered yet. I'm not sure if I'm ordering or going, so I will let you know by the end of this video. Hey guys, so this is our haul that we got from Sam's Club. We actually did get a big thing of water too, but that's out in the garage, so I don't have that on here. So starting on here, we stocked up on our toothpaste. I got a huge bag of broccoli Normandy, and that is 0. I got some broccoli florets. I think these ones actually come out to 1 point for some reason. I think there's a little bit of added sugar in those. And then I got my husband a huge thing of Peter Pan peanut butter. Usually we use the natural kind, but we just went ahead and bought this. We don't go to Sam's Clubs too much, so this is 7 points for 2 tablespoons. And then he had to have his boiled peanuts. Anybody that lives, if you don't live in the South, you probably don't know what boiled peanuts are. My personal opinion, they're the most disgusting things I've ever had. My husband loves them, and my kids love them, but I do not love them. Peanuts just should not be like watered down. And then I got a big thing. I was actually out of Dunkin' Donuts, and I forgot to do my Keurig order, so we went ahead and bought those. They're a little bit more expensive than doing it online through Keurig.com, but that's okay. We were out. Went ahead and bought a big thing of the ranch seasoning instead of the packets. And then I went ahead and got some meat. They had chicken for $1.68 a pound. So I got a little over 8 pounds of that. I got a big salmon fillet that is right about 3 pounds. And this is actually the skinless. This one doesn't have the skin on it, so I don't have to. Usually I just buy it with the skin on and I peel it off. And then I got a huge pork loin. This is a whole boneless pork loin, and this is $1.88 a pound. And we really like pork chops that are made out of pork loin. So what I usually do is just buy a great big pork loin like this, and I make our own pork chops. So I may go ahead and, if I have time this weekend, I'll go ahead and do a separate video to show you how I buy in bulk like this and put it into packages. So if I have time this weekend, then I will show you that. So for all this, plus a package of, how many waters was there? 35? Yeah. 35 waters. We spent $142 for this month. So hopefully I'll be able to have time to show you how many dinners this actually, once I cut it all into separate dinners, how many it makes. And that kind of puts, because when I put this spread out on the table and I'm like, oh my gosh, $142 seems like a lot until I get it all separated. And then I think, okay, I did all right. So I will hopefully have time for that this weekend. So I will show you next what I end up getting from the other stores. I haven't even purchased that stuff yet. So after I purchase that, I will show you what I got. Okay guys, so I did end up using Instacart. And the cool thing with Instacart is you can order from different grocery stores on the same bill. So like for mine, I did Publix and Aldi, because there are some brand names that I like that Aldi doesn't have that I like to get at Publix. So, but I can do it together and pay with one bill, pay with one tip, and then they just come 2 separate times. So I kind of feel bad because I feel like the delivery drivers are splitting the tip. So I need to look into that. And if that's the case, then I'm going to increase my tip. So, but another good thing about the Instacart is you can set your tip, say at 5% or 10%, and then you can always give more after. So like if they did a really good job, like this one, this bread is so soft. So you could hop back on there and just add an additional tip if you wanted. So I think that's kind of cool. Okay, so for my little tiny Publix haul, I had her get the Life sugar-free bread. We don't eat bread a whole lot, but I do like to have it in the house occasionally. My husband likes to have sandwiches and toast or something at night, so I always try and keep that in the house. And this bread is Nature's Own Life. It's sugar-free, and this is a true 1-for-1. It's 1 point for 1 slice. 2 points for 2 slices, and then it doesn't skip up until you get to 3 slices, becomes 4 points. So, but we usually only use 2 points at once. So that's really good. You can have a sandwich for 2 points, and then if you put all 0-point stuff on it, that's awesome. I picked up some more of the Chex Mix that my husband likes. That's 4 points. And then, of course, I picked up more of our pudding. You guys know this is our absolute favorite. 2 points for each pudding. I picked up the part skim mozzarella Polio. That is 2 points for 1 ounce. And let me show you. So what I started doing, we love just kind of snacking on this cheese. You can buy the string cheese, but to me, it's better just to buy this and cut it up yourself. So this is 16 ounces. So what I do is just I weigh it out and put 1 ounce in each bag. And then I just put how many points it is. So then we can just grab one of these when we feel like it. And we're not just pulling it off of the cheese block. So that way we know how many points it is. Sorry, you can see my shadow. you can know how many points it is, or if I want to use it for like recipes, I can take out a couple packages and just shred it up. So that's what I've been doing with that. So I'm really liking that as a snack. And then I picked up some Bob Evans. Sometimes I choose not to have a carb, like on the weekends, you know, sometimes we'll have steak or something, and sometimes I just choose to have steak and vegetables and not have the carb with it. So I like to keep these in the fridge in case my husband does want a carb with his. These are kind of higher point as far as I'm concerned. It's 5 points for half a cup, which to me is just really high. But you can have a third of a cup for 3 points. So if I were to decide to go ahead and have these, I would just have a third cup. I picked up some Hellmann's Light Mayonnaise. That's 1 point for 1 tablespoon, or 2 points, or I'm sorry, 2 tablespoons is 3 points. And then my husband's, I don't have 2 husbands, y'all. I just have one. My husband likes this Smucker's jam. This is 3 points for 1 tablespoon. And then I picked up some light sour cream, and that's 1 point for 1 tablespoon. And that is just the kind you just squirt out. So that is it for the little Publix haul. So here is my little Aldi haul. And again, this was delivered using Instacart. And anybody interested in Instacart, I do have a link down in the description box. Go ahead and click that if you want to give it a try. All right, so from Aldi, I went ahead and got 2 dozen eggs. I got some peppers, and of course, eggs are 0, peppers are 0. I picked up some steak seasoning. Usually I use the, I think it's McCormick. I can't think right off, but this was only 95 cents, and I'm gonna give it a try. I picked up some mushrooms. I'm thinking I might be putting mushrooms and peppers in that kielbasa skillet. So I don't have that finalized yet how I'm going to do that, so we'll see. Picked up some lettuce, because of course those are 0. Picked up some corn. My husband and I really like this corn that Aldi has. It's usually super sweet. Back before Weight Watchers, I used to put sugar in the water with corn, but now I just use water, and that's usually pretty sweet. And then some Brussels sprouts, and those are 0. And then some grapes, some cantaloupe, and bananas. And those bananas are huge. Did you see the size of these bananas? And hopefully the cantaloupe tastes better this week, because last week it wasn't very sweet. It didn't really have much of a flavor to it. Neither one of us really liked it. So hopefully it's better this week. But these bananas, that's the only thing with doing Instacart is I would not normally get bananas this big. These are huge. So to me, that's 2 servings. So this is where the 0 point foods I think can get people in trouble, because if somebody were to eat 2 of these bananas in one day, that's going to be a lot. So probably what I would do is if I eat this whole banana, I'm going to count it as a point. It's just the way that I do it. It's just the way that I feel like Freestyle was not made to have unlimited amounts of food. So, yeah, those are really big. Okay, anyway. Then I got some chicken broth. I try and always use reduced sodium. Of course, my pretzels, actually, these are what I refer to as Snack Factory pretzels. This is the Aldi version, and I love these just the same. So those are 3 points for a serving. I picked up some of the Appleton Farms Center Cut bacon. That is my favorite bacon. 2 slices for 1 point. I picked up some ground chicken. I didn't need this, but it was $1.89. It was on sale. I checked the date, and the date's good. So I'm just going to toss it in my freezer and use it. This is not ground chicken breast, so this does have points. It's 3 points for 4 ounces. And then I picked up the turkey Polska kielbasa for the lunch this week. I'm excited again about lunch this week, you guys. So this kielbasa is 2 points for 2 ounces, or 3 ounces for 4 points. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the recipe into the Weight Watchers recipe builder and see what I come up with. And that's pretty much how I do my recipes. I just kind of put them in there and then tweak them based on how I want the points. And then I got, of course, I'm really in a shadow. The salsa con queso. And that is 1 point for 2 tablespoons, and that is so good, and that's what I dip my pretzels in. And I actually had to get 2 of them because my husband is loving this stuff. And, you know, when we're on Weight Watchers, stay away from our food. If I have food measured on a plate, he really needs to leave it alone because I've already measured it, I've already weighed it, and every single point counts. So I went ahead and got 2 this week. And then I picked up some hash browns. These hash browns are 2 points for, what did I write, 3 ounces. And those are really good. I usually either get these or the Great Value hash browns. And I like to have these. These are great to make hash waffles, which I have been really loving. Usually on the weekends we try and eat breakfast, and we'll usually have hash waffles or something. So got those for that. And then the Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps. These are 1 point per wrap. And I am thinking I might do quesadillas or something with these for dinner tonight. Not sure. We haven't really decided what we're going to have yet. And then I picked up some more Kodiak cakes. Just love those. 5 points for half a cup. So you can always, I think half a cup is like 53 grams. So that is what I got from Aldi for this week. Alright, so that is my entire haul from Sam's Club, from Aldi, and from Publix. And the total that I spent on everything was right about $210. And that's definitely more than a week because, as you can see, all the meat that I got is definitely going to last. Once I separate that and put it into individual bags, that's going to make quite a bit of meat. Okay, guys, I did go ahead and get a video of me putting all the meat. But I wanted to go ahead and show you. I'm hoping I can put this in the video. If not, I'll be deleting it. So just want to show you what I ended up with. So I ended up, out of the $52 worth of meat that I bought at Sam's, I ended up with 20 dinners. So what I did is I cut the pork loin. This is a 2-pound roast, so I went ahead and left a loin roast. I'll throw that in a crock pot or something. So that's 2 pounds. And then with everything else, I just cut them into about 1-inch thick pork chops. There's 2 pork chops in each one, and each pork chop is about 6 ounces each. So it ended up making, that whole loin ended up making 7 nights worth of pork chops. So 14 pork chops plus a 2-pound roast. So not too bad. The salmon I just portioned into 3 different, I have 2 in each one. Actually, a couple of them, there was kind of scrap end pieces, so I just put those in there. And that made 3 dinners. And then for the chicken, I took 1 chicken breast and cut it in half so it's not as thick. And so each one ended up to be about 6 ounces each. So in each package I have 2 6-ounce chicken breasts. And that made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nights of chicken breast. And then I also have 2 packages with 1 pound. What I did is just went ahead and cut some into kind of like chicken tender strips. And I have a 1 pound package there, and then I have one that I cut into little cubes, and that is also a 1 pound package. So not too bad for $52. So that is it for me for this week. So if you're new to my channel, I hope that you like this video, and I hope that you'll stick around. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and make sure to click the notification bell so that you're notified anytime I upload new content. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Christy, and I'm planning us healthy.